You gotta get it in when we can get it in. We, hey, today has been a day to where it's a little later today, but we gotta get it in when we can get it in. I'm telling you. But we're on day 23 of the 1 Year Bible. Sorry we're so late today. I will do my best to make sure we're not this late in the future. But sometimes this how things work out, you know? So today is day 23. Ooh, what a flip. Bro, I love it when the flip happens, you know? When you flip it, when you flip the script, ooh. In today's reading, we're going to be reading from Genesis 46, 1 through 47, verse 31. There won't be any any background music today because my laptop is dead. My other phone is dead. So, and I don't play music on my work computer. Um, so no music this morning. Just the word, just the word. So Genesis 46, 1 through 47, verse 31. Let's get into today's reading. So Jacob set out for Egypt with all his possessions, and when he came to Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to God of his father Isaac. During the night, God spoke to him in a vision. Jacob, Jacob, he called. Here I am, Jacob replied. I am God, the God of your father. The voice said, Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for there I will make your family into a great nation. I will go down with you to Egypt, and I will bring you back again. You will die in Egypt, but Joseph will be with you to close your eyes. So Jacob left Beersheba, and his sons took him to Egypt. They carried him and their little ones and their wives in the wagons Pharaoh had provided for them. They also took all their livestock and all their personal belongings they had acquired in the land of Canaan. So Jacob and his entire family went to Egypt, sons and grandsons, daughters and granddaughters, and all his descendants. These are the names of the descendants of Israel, the sons of Jacob who went to Egypt. Reuben, who was Jacob's oldest son. The sons of Reuben were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jemin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah were Onan, Shelah, Perez, Zerah. Though and Onan had died in the land of Canaan, the sons of Perez, who were Hezron and Hamul, the sons of Issachar were Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulun were Shirid, Elon, and Jalil. These were the sons of Leah and Jacob, who were born in Param Aram, in addition to their daughter, Dinah. The number of Jacob's descendants, male and female, through Leah was 33. The sons of Gad were Zaphon, Hagi, Shuni, Esban, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. Beriah's sons were Heber and Machil. These were the sons of Zilpah, and the servant was given to Leah by her father, Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Zilpah was 16. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel were Joseph, Benjamin, and Joseph's sons, born in the land of Egypt, were Manasseh and Ephraim. Their mother was Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera. The priests on Benjamin's sons were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Mopim, Hupim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rachel and Jacob. The number of Jacob's descendants through Rachel was 14. The son of Dan was Husham. The sons of Naphtali were Jazil, Guni, Jezer, and Shilem. These were the sons of Bilhah, the servant given to Rachel by her father, Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Bilhah was 7. The total number of Jacob's direct descendants who went with him to Egypt, not counting his sons' wives, was 66. In addition, Joseph had 2 sons who were born in Egypt. So altogether, there were 70 members of Jacob's family in the land of Egypt. They brought whoa. As they neared their destination, Jacob sent Judah ahead to meet Joseph and get directions to the region of Goshen. And when they finally arrived there, Joseph prepared his chariot and traveled to Goshen to meet his father Jacob. When Joseph arrived, he embraced his father and wept, holding him for a long time. Finally, Jacob said to Joseph, Now I'm ready to die, since I've seen your face again and know you're still alive. And Joseph said to his brothers and to his father and entire family, I will go to Pharaoh and tell him, my brothers and my father and entire family have come to me from the land of Canaan. These men are shepherds, and they raise livestock. They have brought with them their flocks and herds and everything they own. Then he said, when Pharaoh calls for you and asks you about your occupation, you must tell him, we your servants have raised livestock all our lives. as our ancestors have always done. Hey, good morning, Skittles. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's afternoon for me. When you tell him this, he will let you live here in the region of Goshen, for the Egyptians despise shepherds. Then Joseph went to see Pharaoh and told him, my father and my brothers have arrived from the land of Canaan. They have come with all their flocks and herds and possessions, and they are now in the region of Goshen. Joseph took 5 of his brothers with him and presented them to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh asked the brothers, what is your occupation? They replied, we, your servants, are shepherds, just like our ancestors. We have come to live in Egypt for a while, for there is no pasture for our flocks in Canaan. The famine is very severe there, so please we request permission to live in the region of Goshen. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, Now that your father and brothers have joined, you here, choose any place in the entire land of Egypt for them to live. Give them the best land of Egypt. Let them live in a region of Goshen. And if any of them have special skills, put them in charge of my livestock too. Then Joseph brought in his father Jacob and presented him to the Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. How old are you? Pharaoh asked him. Jacob replied, I have traveled this earth for 130 hard years, but my life has been short compared to the lives of my ancestors. Then Jacob blessed Pharaoh again before leaving his court. So Joseph assigned the best land of Egypt, the region of Ramses, to his father and all his brothers, and settled them there, just as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph provided food for his father and his brothers in amounts appropriate to the number of their dependents, including the smallest children. Meanwhile, the famine became so severe that all the food was used up, and people were starving throughout the lands of Egypt and Canaan. By selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all the money in Egypt and Canaan, and he put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. When the people of Egypt and Canaan ran out of money, all the Egyptians came to Joseph. Our money is gone, they cried. But please give us food, or we will die before your very eyes. Joseph replied, since your money is gone, bring me your livestock. I will give you food in exchange for your livestock. So they brought their livestock to Joseph in exchange for food. In exchange for their horses, flocks of sheep, and goats, herds of cattle and donkeys, Joseph provided them with food for another year. But that year ended, and the next year they came again and said, we cannot hide the truth from you, my lord. Our money is gone, and all our livestock and cattle are yours. We have nothing left to give you but our bodies and our land. Why should we die before your very eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and ourselves as slaves for Pharaoh. Just give us grain so we may live and not die, and so the land does not become empty and desolate. So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. All the Egyptians sold him their fields because their famine was so severe, and soon all the land belonged to Pharaoh. As for the people, he made all them slaves. For from one end of Egypt to the other, the only land he did not buy was the land belonging to the priest. They received an allotment of food directly from Pharaoh, so they didn't need to sell their land. Then Joseph said to the people, look, today I have bought you and your land for Pharaoh. I provide you with the seed so you can plant the fields. Then when you harvest, 1/5 of your crop will belong to Pharaoh. You may keep the remaining 4/5 as seed for your fields and as food for you, your households, and your little ones. You have saved our lives, they exclaimed. May it please you, my lord, to let us be the Pharaoh's servants. Joseph then issued a decree, still in effect in the land of Egypt, that Pharaoh should receive 1/5 of all the crops grown on his land. Only the land belonging to the priest was not given to Pharaoh. Hey, what's up? What's up, Ken? And then what's up, YouTube? What's up? You have saved our lives. May it please you, my lord, let us be the Pharaoh's servants. Then Joseph issued a decree. It is 1/5 of everything. Okay. Meanwhile, the people of Israel settled in the region of Goshen in Egypt. There they acquired property, and they were fruitful, and their population grew rapidly. Jacob lived for 17 years after his arrival in Egypt. So he lived 147 years in all. As the time of his death drew near, Jacob called upon his son Joseph and said to him, please do me this favor. Put your hand under my thigh and swear that you will treat me with unfailing love by honoring this last request. Do not bury me in Egypt. When I die, please take my body out of Egypt and bury me with my ancestors. So Joseph promised, I will do as you ask. Swear that you will do it, Jacob insisted. So Joseph gave his oath, and Jacob bowed humbly at the head of his bed. Hey, currently on the date. hey, tell your baby doll we said what's up. Nice to meet you. Hey, what's up? And hey, good morning, Unique. Good afternoon, Unique. And we're going to read Matthew 15, 1 through 28. Some Pharisees and teachers of religious law now arrived from Jerusalem to see Jesus. They asked him, "Why do your disciples disobey our old age tradition? For they ignore our tradition of ceremony hand washing before they eat." Jesus replied, "And why do you, by your traditions, violate the direct commandments of God? For instance, God says, 'Honor your father and mother,' and anyone who speaks disrespectfully of father or mother must be put to death. But you said it's all right for people to say that to their parents, 'Sorry, I can't help you.' For I have vowed to give God what I have given to you. In this way, you say they don't need to honor their parents, and so you cancel the word of God for the sake of your own tradition. You hypocrites! Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you, for he wrote, 'These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship is a farce, for the for they teach man-made ideas as commands of God.'" Then Jesus called to the crowd to come here. "Listen," he said, "and try to understand. It's not what goes into your mouth that defiles you. You're defiled by the words that come out of your mouth." Then the disciples came to him and asked, "Do you realize you offended the Pharisees by what you just said?" Jesus replied, "Every plant not planted by my heavenly Father will be uprooted. So ignore them. They are blind. They are blind guides leading the blind. And if one blind person guides another, they will both fall into a ditch." Then Peter said to Jesus, that's pretty funny. Then Peter said to Jesus, "Explain to us the parable that says people aren't defiled by what they eat." "Don't you understand yet?" Jesus asked. "Anything you eat passes through the stomach and then goes into the sewer. But the words you speak come from the heart. That's what defiles you. For from the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, all sexual immorality, theft, lying, and slander. These are what defile you. Eating with unwashed hands will never undefile you." Then Jesus left Galilee and went north to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Gentile woman who lived there came to him, pleading, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, son of David. For my daughter is possessed by a demon that torments her severely." But Jesus gave her no reply, not even a word. Then his disciples urged him to send her away. "Tell her, go away," they said. "She is bothering us with all her begging." Then Jesus said to the woman, I will send only to help God's lost sheep, the people of Israel." But she came and worshipped him, pleading again, "Lord, help me." Jesus responded, "It isn't right to take food from the children and throw it to the dogs." She replied, "That's true, Lord, but even dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall beneath their master's table." "Dear woman," Jesus said to her, "your faith is great, your request is granted, and your daughter is instantly healed." And now Psalms 19, 1 through 14. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. God has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridge room after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete, eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat. The instructions of the Lord are perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise to the simple. The commandments of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are clear, giving insight for the living. Reverence for the Lord is pure, lasting forever. The laws of the Lord are true, each one is fair. They are more desirable than gold, even the finest gold. They are even sweeter than honey, even honey dripping from the comb. They are a warning to your servant, a great reward for those who obey them. How can I know all the sin is lurking in my heart? Cleanse me from these hidden faults. Keep your servant from deliberate sins. Don't let them control me. Then I will be free of guilt and innocent of great sin. May the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. And now, Proverbs 4:14 to 19. Don't do as the wicked do, and don't follow the path of evildoers. Don't even think about it. Don't go that way. Turn away and keep moving. For evil people can't sleep until they've done their evil deed for the day. They can't rest until they cause someone to stumble. They eat the food of the wickedness, and they drink the wine of violence. The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines even brighter into the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like total darkness. They have no idea what they are stumbling over. And now, oop, facts, pure dedication, facts. You grab that from the word. And now we're going to read the excerpt at the very end of today's reading. It's called "The Blind Leading the Blind." The heavens and the skies are majestic, evidence of God's craftsmanship. Yet many are blind to it. The commandments of God are clear and bring great insights. But many are blind to God's profound truth. False teachers teach burdensome rules of their own making. Others blindly follow these blind guides. Teachers and leaders, blinded by their own egos and agendas, lose sight of God and his transformational truth. So let's avoid blindly following anyone who would bind us with their self serving rules and regulations. Follow those who point to Christ, who offer sacred freedom. So let's read that one more time. Archer, what's your percentage, bro? You need to be tallying up your own percentage now. I know what percentage you're at, but if you tell me something that's not true, I'm gonna call you out. All right, so let's read it again. The blind leading the blind. The heavens and the skies are majestic, evidence of God's craftsmanship. Let me read it. Let me start over. Some of my mouth kind of dry. The blind leading the blind. The heavens and the skies are majestic, evidence of God's craftsmanship, yet many are blind to it. The commandments of God are clear and bring great insights, but many are blind to God's profound truth. False teachers and burdensome rules of their own making. Others blindly follow these blind guides. Teachers and leaders, blinded by their own egos and agendas, lose sight of God and his transformational truth. So let's avoid blindly following anyone who would bind us with self serving rules and regulations. Follow those who point to Christ, who offer sacred freedom. Hey, can you say LOL? I keep it locked in. It's up here. I got really good memory. Have a really good memory. Okay, so what we want to talk about today, right? This very end of this, just the description of this last passage, the blind leading the blind. What you always want to do, even with me, right? You always want to you always want to verify the source, right? That somebody is speaking from, right? Because people can be speaking from anywhere. It's from that person's heart, right? So you always want to ask God to verify the source that you're getting information from, right? That you're trying to get wisdom from. You just said earlier, Ken, you love hearing people read the Bible, or I'm sure some of us like watching other content about God on the internet, right? Referring to God, right? But you always got to verify the source that the information is coming from, right? You always ask God, or sorry, bro, I feel like I'm next in line from. You always got to ask God, right, to verify the source that this information is coming from, right? Because you never know, right? If it can sound really good to you, right? Because people can twist words and make them sound very sweet, right? They can make it sound super sweet, like this guy. But you need to go verify that source, right? You always want to go verify the source that this information is coming from, right? Because you never really know, for real. So yeah, so don't be led by the blonde. And if I'm ever blonde, don't be led by me. And also don't be led by me anyways, because I'm not your leader. Don't be led by me either ways, because I'm not your leader. Everybody is their own, is their leader, right? Everybody's their own individual leader, and God speaks to all of us individually and together at the same time. It's crazy. God is amazing. It's crazy. God is amazing. It's crazy. God speaks to us all individually and together at the same time, and we all connected in some way. God is amazing. It's crazy. God is amazing. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. God is amazing. It's absolutely crazy. But you always want to go verify the source that information is coming from, right? That is huge. That is a huge part of it, right? I give this example, right? My wife wants to go to like random churches. She's not gonna like I'm telling y'all this. She's not gonna like I'm telling y'all this, right? But when I go to like different churches, like I can feel it in my body. Like I don't want to be there, right? So like I've been to churches, right? And I walked in there and I'm like, in my spirit I felt it and I had to leave, right? So like, what is your spirit telling you when you're listening to somebody speak, right? Are they telling you that this is somebody you should listen to, or is it telling you that this is not somebody you can trust, right? That they're giving you bad information, and that's what you should always do. You always want to test the spirit that information is coming from, right? It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. It don't matter who it is. You always want to test the spirit that the information is coming from. You know, yo, what's up, TN? Hey, what's up, Archer? What's up, bro? I read your chat. You're at 87%. I was waiting for you to tell me your percentage to see if you're a captain or not. You're at 87%, so you're not at a 90, 93 yet, bro. You got to get 93 first. Hey, what's up, backhand? What's up, backhand? But you always want to test the source that the information is coming from. Every single time you get information, you always want to test the source that information is coming from. Your spirit will usually tell you if that's good information or not. Um, a lot of times we ignore that push that God has given us, that subtle nudge, right? That that source that you're listening to right now is not like the best one to be listening to. Um, but take it in, take in God's wisdom, and let God lead you. But you said, please, you got to get that percentage up, my guy. You got to show up to the streams more often. You know, that's all. Hey, we put the rules in place at the beginning. The rules have been the rules since the beginning. It's pretty funny. Um, hey, but I do appreciate you joining the streams and coming to the streams more often. You have a hot take. Again, let's hear your hot take. I really want to hear it. And I'm grabbing my smoothie. I want to hear. What's up? What's your hot take, bro? Somebody got to do it. I'm reading the passage a little bit. Sometimes when I'm reading out loud, I miss a bit of the reading, so I do like to go back through it. I feel like everyone should have a love partner, male, female, or anything. I don't discriminate any way it make you feel happy. For sure. I don't really, I don't know what if there's anything that talks about it in the Bible, right? But I'm also sure that some people like mix some things into here that you just got to discern your way through, right? So if it does talk about anything like that in the Bible where they, discriminate against certain people doing certain things, I'm pretty sure somebody put their evil hands in this. Somebody tried to write in some stuff in here that wasn't in here. But it's up to discernment and wisdom as you get from reading the rest of the word, right? That will tell you whether or not that is what did Jesus actually say about homosexuality. Exactly, right? It's for sure some mixed in things, right? That somebody else put in this book, right? That somebody else put in the book, but you just discern through that ridiculous information. I'm not gonna call it any other type of words. Just ridiculous information. It doesn't matter, all right? We use our wisdom that God gives us to like get through all of the nonsense that's all around everywhere else, um, because some people some people don't like other people, obviously, right? Some people would want to put other people down, obviously, right? Um, but that doesn't mean those people are right. Even if they put it, even if they found a way to put it in the Bible, that also doesn't mean that's right, right? That's why we use our discernment, we use our wisdom to ignore that type of stuff. This stuff is ignorant. This stuff is extremely ignorant. So you just discern and use your wisdom to get through that type of stuff. God gives you the wisdom. He asked you earlier, are you using the wisdom that I so freely give you? Are you using the wisdom that I so freely give you? Right? And use your wisdom to get through this, to discern through the information, to figure out what the truth is, right? And I'm pretty sure the other stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with anything. And it's just some bigotry. It's just somebody who doesn't want the type of stuff or whatever. I'm sure it's just some mess in the first place. Because if we're all connected, we all love each other, we're all a part of each other, right? I'm not sure why that matters. I'm not sure why none of that matters. If we're all the same person in any ways, right? Because God creates all of us in His image, which makes us technically all the same person. If you want to get into that rabbit hole, it really technically makes us all the same person, right? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? I ain't gonna hold you. If we're all technically the same person, because God can't make anything other than God Himself, then why does that matter? Then why does that matter? Seriously, none of that doesn't matter. It's a reason to incite violence and division. That's all it is. It's a reason to incite violence and division. That's all that is. Yeah, you're technically dating yourself. That's hey, if you the longer you're in a relationship, the more you realize that's a true statement. Hey, I'm telling you, the longer you're in a relationship and the more you guys become one with each other, it ain't that deep. And always remember, it ain't that deep. Facts, kid. It ain't that deep. I'm telling you, yo. It's just, hey, that's your, hey, when you're dating somebody, it's pretty much, it is what it is. I ain't gonna go no further than that, bro. And we're all the same person, bro. we're all technically the same person with a personality. That's it. It ain't that deep. We'll keep it right there. We keep it right there because it's not that deep. I don't want you to go into no rabbit holes, right? It's just that simple. I'm gonna keep it. That's the blanket statement. We're all the same person with a personality, and we just have personalities, bro. That is our only differentiating differentiating concept is that we have a personality. My name is Chris. That's what makes me different to you because my name is Chris. Your name is Skittles. Ken's name is Ken. Archer's name is Archer. That is our only differentiating concept between any of us at all whatsoever. This is very concerning. This is a whole level of self love. I'm telling you. But hey, that's why all these concepts are so simple. If you realize that God makes nothing outside of Himself, then all these things that you read in the Bible, what's your percentage, Chris? Ken, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're only at 80%. You're at 80%, my guy. I'm telling you, bro. You're 80%, bro. Oh man. And I gave you 3 points because of that conversation we had in the gym the other day. You're at 80%, my guy. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. That's another level of self-love. But yeah, if God makes nothing outside of God Himself, right? That makes us all the same. The only difference in concept is your name. My name's Chris. We got Skittles, we got Ken, we got Archer in the chat. You feel me? Yeah, and Chandrea, you feel me? I got that right. I know I got that right. Chandrea. I see Kim more than Archer. You see Kim more than Archer. Archer is in the chat almost every time we stream, but he's missed 6 streams. Ken, he has only missed 4 streams, but the streams he missed like overlap the points he makes in the in the column is a thing. Kim makes a stream and then he'll like miss a stream. And I told you the makes are 2 points and the misses are 3. So so that's why that's what's messing up my boy Ken's score. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh man. Um, but that's just how the math works out. To be honest, that's just how the math works out. For government name though, there's no need for government name though. It's just pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie, it's just pretty funny. Yeah, and the only reason that you don't know who you are is because your name is what your name is. That's written somewhere else as well. Um, the only reason you don't know who you are is because your name is what your name is, right? You've been told that that's who you are your whole life, right? And that is who you are. You are uh, in essence a makeup of your life experience, right? And that's what makes you different than me. I don't have the same experience as you do, but that can also be changed. So but none of that matters for real. We just have a great time, bro. Hey, hey, don't tell her that. Don't tell her that though. Keep it low key. I was joking. You can tell if you want to. It's pretty funny. Oh man. Oh man. It's pretty funny. It's cool. Um, I really love I really love reading the Bible because there's a lot of confirmation to things in my head, not in my head, but they come from it just you know solidifies the truth that it comes from. The essence that my this information comes from is solidified in truth, and it confirms it for me. Is the best way to put that. Um, that's why I've really been enjoying. I've really been enjoying the reading. I've really been enjoying the reading for sure. I call her baby doll because she's way shorter than me. Facts. You know, you see my wife. She's borderline a midget technically. She's borderline a midget technically. You know, so you know, and you know you better watch out because they say you know short people they got little man syndrome. You better watch out. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Oh man. Ooh, let's not read ahead. Let's not read ahead. Let's not read ahead. Let's not read ahead. I've enjoyed today's reading. I enjoy y'all as always, honestly. I always enjoy y'all when y'all come read the I was saving it for the perfect girl. Hey, that's fire, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. We'll get some claps up for the boy Skittles. We're gonna clap it up. Yeah, I'm happy for you, bro, for sure. I really am happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. Okay, but your boy has to go back to work now. So it's time for me to wrap this up. I gotta wrap this up because I gotta go back to work. I'm gonna see y'all later on today. Hopefully. I know these past 2 days we haven't had any afternoon streams. I had an activation last night that went until like 10 o'clock. That was tough. And then I have another activation this afternoon. So um we may have an afternoon stream. We'll see how that goes tonight. Um, and I'll see y'all. If I see y'all later, that means it was smooth. That's all I'm saying, bro. If I see y'all later, it means it was smooth. But I got to dip. So it's time for this outro. We all got a limitless score, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. And I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining the stream. Thank y'all for chatting up the chat. And thank y'all for keeping me great company. I appreciate it. I might be busy, but I might be there. Hey, no problem, bro. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace. Ooh.